Hey, how's it going? Today is 14th of March, Thursday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available out there. I'm going to be taking a look at some of the press releases, and let's delve and read what kind of opportunities are available. First one, that will be 1.8 billion benefits throughout public sector productivity drive. Let's try to understand it. There was everyone I think would experience those kind of moments, right, where you will need to hype yourself up coming into the day, since some days things can go very well, some days things don't necessarily would go that well. When we all need to do that, I think it doesn't matter. I thought I'll do a bit for 30 seconds while I joke around about it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like how I would feel within some of those contracts, if they would be signed, some of those contracts would be rejected, all these kind of things. Waste of everyone's time. Let's take a look at opportunities and create new if we can. Let's take a look at this article, right? News plans for public sector productivity will deliver up to 1.8 billion worth of benefits by 2029. Public sector not necessarily would mean that private companies would be able to enter some of those contracts. But either way, let's review some of the bullet points. That will be new plans for public sector productivity will deliver up to it's something that's going to be within this article, right? A 1.8 billion worth of benefits by 2029 marks first step plan to boost productivity. OBR say return to pre-pandemic levels will save the equivalent of 20 billion. Okay. If you would ask me, even during parliamentary hearing, they were discussing that where productivity, some of those public sector organizations had reduced in productivity by 7.7% or so, right? And how much of that is costing right now? Even that. So perhaps with new measures, some of the software solutions, all those kind of good things, perhaps that's what's going to offer a lot of value to taxpayer money and all the overall return on investment, right? With massive investments into some of those new processes, so to say, right? Perhaps plan will free up thousands of police officer hours spent on admin to instead of help tackle crime and expand violence reducing unit model, stopping tens of thousands of violent offenses. I don't know about that. Let's take a look at it. I have heard about it. That way about 10% or so. But let's take a look at what they're referring to and how they're going to be looking to solve that, as well as they have mentioned about the drones, something about the drones. Let's read this article and let's try to understand it. Most likely the entire article not necessarily worth a read. It would be too much of a details and not necessarily of interest for business and not necessarily a way of engaging for business with, unless it's my project, unless it's mine, then I'm interested. Otherwise might be a waste of everyone's time. But either way, let's take a look at the main point, right? That will be saving up to 77,000 hours a year of administrative time in the justice system, right? So yourself, if you run your business, perhaps you might be considering some of the software solutions, perhaps, and how much of that can save off admin work, right? Since everything needs to be reported and recorded, right? But either way, reducing local authority overspend on children's social care. So the entire sectors, right? So perhaps how much different systems can offer how much value to existing services, right? So it's the only thing that's important, I believe, from this article. Other than that, we can really take part, right? Saving 100 million for public purse finance, right? By reducing fraud and thanks to exploiting use of AI across government to make it easier to spend and cash fraudsters funded by 34 million, right? So how much invested in, perhaps if you're interested in building some of those projects, perhaps there might be some opportunities there. accelerating delivery of DVP existing programs to modernize DVP services and move away from paper-based communications. Okay, perhaps it's good to have this record sometimes on paper, but anyway, so that's overall of this article, right? Let's progress to the next one. To summarize article I have just read, right? That would be how I can create those opportunities. That's what I'm referring to. How I can reach out to you. Would that be government bodies? How I can reach out to those? And how can I create similar opportunities? That's the process that I'm interested in. What they're already doing. I mean, perhaps it's important they're doing something. They're showing that they're doing something, but I cannot take part. I'm trying to understand how can I take part. That's what it would be really important for many people when reading this article. But either way, let's progress to the next one. Let's take a look at this article. Perhaps it will be more of the fun, I guess. That's a better kips for better trips. 16 million boost to transport truck stops for lorry drivers. 38 truck stops in England will be upgraded with the new showers and restaurants. Okay, more secure fencing around the rest areas and new parking spaces for HEVs. Right. So myself coming into this article, I haven't read it right. So it's great that they're improving that. And that's 38, and that's logistical sector, if that makes sense. I hope these people can work on themselves and work on different skills, right? Since there is something there. This entire market, because it costs so much money, there is a chance that people need to develop themselves and progress into learning new skills as well. Myself, I don't know, perhaps there might be some contact information how we can reach out to those stops and offer perhaps coffee or the other products, right? Let's delve a little bit deeper into this article. Lorry drivers across England will benefit from more parking spaces, better welfare facilities and safer rest areas thanks to 16.5 million in joint government and all industry investment. Today, 4th of March, so some time ago, the roads minister confirmed 38 truck stops across England will invest 6 million from Department of Transport, with a further 10.5 million coming from industry to significantly improve their facilities for lorry drivers. These upgrades will include new showers, restaurants, as well as better lighting and more secure fencing around the area, so drivers can feel safer and perhaps they if they feel build strong fence, a big large fence, how drivers will feel doesn't matter. Drivers gonna be safer, not feel safer. And sleep with great peace of mind. The measure will also create around 430 new parking spaces for heavy goods vehicles. Free up all local roads. Today's measures are part of our plan to grow economy by improving working conditions for lorry drivers, supporting new jobs in the haulage industry, and attracting more people towards a brilliant career in logistics to deliver a brighter future for all. Ideally, if can perhaps need of having people there in the first place, so those trucks can drive themselves. That's it. Problem solved. The crucial improvement will also help decarbonize the haulage sector by installing new charge points to power electric HEVs and solar panels on the lorry drivers' facilities to make them as sustainable as possible. The measures of 15 million is joint government and industry funding for similar improvements announced in September last year as part of the fund first application window. This takes a total joint investment from the Department of Sector to improve lorry roadside facilities up to £31 million. Let's see if we can reach out to organizers of this opportunity, and there might be ongoing thing, right? So there might be every year where they're looking to improve facilities. I don't know if any people had a chance to speak with another lorry drivers. Some of those people are living in the cabin for 20 years, and as been told to me, it's a metal cage that people are living in for 20 years. I don't know, it's good, it's bad, but this is what's happening now, right? Uh, there's additional information about this video, most likely gonna be too long. I'll see if I can reach out to HE Park and Tribe Welfare Grants scheme organizers and see perhaps I can help when it comes to offering coffee or similar products, right? So that's, I'm helping, I guess. Thanks for watching, see you next one.